All right, welcome to the Just Some BS podcast. So we are back. We have a guest today. It's actually my friend Cole Lauren. Cole, well, thanks for coming on the pod.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Yeah, so you are joining me because we're talking Universal, and that is one of you have a season pass, correct? Or what do they call
I
those?
do.
You
Annual pass?
annual, yes. So you have an annual pass. You know it as good as anyone. I was there just last week, and when this comes out, it'll be 2 weeks ago. So we're going to talk Universal. We're going to talk new plus existing park because I wasn't in the existing park since I was 11. So I have some thoughts on that as well. So I'd like to hear your take on that. But Cole, do you have anything specific you want to promote before we jump into all things Universal?
Nothing much. Just follow me on my TikTok page on Cole Ventures. I'm always in theme parks, always traveling. That's honestly where you could find me, just Cole Ventures. I'm proud to start a YouTube channel.
Let's
Because I
go.
really want to do it. Because I just think I would, like, every time I do it, I'm like, wow, I feel like I'd be so good at long platform. So yeah, I'm about to start it. But it's like, I'm so nitpicky about it. So I'm my own worst enemy.
No, it's the hardest part is putting stuff out that's good enough. Because you would just sort of like, you want to keep tinkering and tinkering. So that's COLEVENTURES. That's a good name. Good grab on that.
Thank you. I tried.
So I want to also mention Cole's father, Mark Lauren, Loren, does amazing apocalyptic books. So if you're into like zombie apocalypse or just apocalypse type literature, which I love those stories, he has a couple series out there, and Cole is named in the books. You are officially in them as the family trying to survive the apocalypse. So it's really cool as well. But all right, dude, you ready to rock and roll?
Let's rock and roll.
Okay, so we are going to talk epic. We are going to talk old as well. So we're going to cover lines, food, rides, ambiance, all the things. So this is going to be your BS free guide to Universal experience. So whether you're planning a trip or just want to know what this new park is really like, I've got you. I'll also cover some of the older stuff, compare it to Disney as well, because we're both quite often to Disney as well. And you're from the Tampa area, so you get to go way more often than I do. But all right, section 1, I want to talk Universal as a whole. And how does Universal compare to Disney now? Vibe, crowds, and value. I'll let you go first. So you can even do a separation because I feel like the new park and the old parks are very different in comparison when you're looking at Disney comparison.
So I feel like I want to look at it as like a whole.
Okay.
So I think it's hard to look at like it individually by parks, where I'm like, you have theme parks, resorts, you have a shopping district, and you have water parks.
True.
So I kind of like merge everything into two giant titans. And I imagined if two titans were going to war, who would win? And I still think Disney would end up on top.
Okay.
Now, do I think that Epic Universe was something, something that Universal added to the arsenal that is like, oh, we're coming and we're like, we tasted blood? I do think that they're moving in the right direction personally. And like, they definitely are. And it's like fire and ice, you know what I mean? Like one's gonna melt and one's gonna burn. So I definitely would still give the leg to Disney. It also has the nostalgia feature. Nostalgia is so hard to beat. And that's a big pull for a lot of families. Like, and even what I will say this, which I'm not happy with Universal about, is that they've pulled a lot of the nostalgia rides away. Like we've lost Jaws. We lost Back to the Future. The only remaining ride left at Universal from opening day is E.T. And Steven Spielberg says, if you ever get rid of this ride, I'm taking all my properties out of your park. So they will never get rid of E.T. And that's like, it's so hard because I love nostalgia. So like, to me, that's what pulls people in. And I think that's a little bit of the issue Disney has with holding people, like new families coming to their park over Disney, is because they have those like old Snow White movies and Beauty and the Beast, and people can really reflect and connect to them. So I know it gives you that like family feel and pull, but it is interesting a little bit because if you rank them a little differently, like if it was like, oh, we're ranking on who is more thrilling, Universal would take the cake in my opinion. So they win in like different departments, but overall I would give the crown to Disney.
I am almost 100% with you. So I'm with you. The thrills at Universal, and if you're into roller coasters and things like that, I would say maybe the teens to late 30s, that gap is probably perfect for Universal because they have some epic roller coasters. And it is quite crazy. And some of them I was like, why am I even on this ride? So I think that was good. They just don't have the magic piece. And I can't even put my finger on what's missing. It may be nostalgic, But I'm not super nostalgic with Disney stuff in general. Like, I don't watch a ton of the movies. I mean, I grew up with them, but not to the point where like they pull me in. There's just something about like it is the most magical place on earth. It's the best tagline because it feels that way every time you walk in the park. I would say that I did not find the staff as friendly at Universal as I would at Disney. I never run into a person who's like sour grapes in Disney World that isn't willing to literally help you or find someone and guide you to a solution of what's going on. Universal did not have the same thing. I had a couple bad experiences, which we can get into, but value is way better at Universal. The value is by far so much better, and you get a lot for what you pay for. We can get into some very specific things that we did when we were down there, but I think the old parks feel like a theme park with a little bit of like facade over it. Like it feels like a theme park and then they add a little glitter. Where the Epic Universe Park feels very immersive and Disney-esque. So it's very close, but I felt like I got through it pretty quickly. But there's also reasons for that. So yeah, I would also give the crown for Disney as well. And I thought the energy at Universal felt younger, more less children, probably because there's less rides for kids there, just to be fair, because it's more thrills. So I don't know, the whole vibe was very, very different. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, the vibes are definitely different when you compare the parks. I definitely think it's more like mom and strollers and kids. And then like it's definitely like your kids are turning 10 and you're bringing them to Universal.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched some kids ride Velocicoaster that I was like, "What is happening? How are they getting on this ride?" It was crazy. So,
And
okay,
Disney
yeah.
can never make a Velocicoaster. Like will never make a ride like that. And that's always one thing I will say that Universal has is they have something that they know they have a line that Disney will never cross.
Yes,
And they're like, we'll cross it. And they can pull like those thrill seekers because thrill seekers do not go to Disney.
agreed.
They they don't go to Disney. It's a family friendly park. They don't care about nostalgia and they don't think Slinky Dog is not.
It doesn't even come close to what they need.
No, it doesn't come close at all, in my opinion. And like Cosmic Rewind, amazing. Like that ride
Amazing.
is amazing. But then, like, it's like you compare apples to oranges. You put a ride next to a ride, you're like, which one's better? But
Yeah, the only thing that I heard inside the Universal Park was like they were ranking, like, because I was trying to figure out if Jenny could ride certain things. And actually, you and I had a conversation around Velocicoaster, and she did not go on that one just because you were like, do not let. I'm so glad she didn't because when I wrote it, I was like, this is horrible. It's amazing, but it's horrible at the same time. I think I was out of my chair more on that ride than I was actually sitting in it. It was terrible.
yes, yes.
So, no,
Ass
I'm with
out,
you.
noodle bar over your waist.
It's not even a shoulder. I could not believe they do that ride without a shoulder harness. It was
Yes. And at the
horrible.
end, the Monosaurus roll over the lake, you feel like you're about to get slingshotted out of the ride, but it's amazing. It's literally it's like,
Yeah. I loved it and
it's,
hated it all at the same time. I only wrote it once
yes.
and because I just couldn't handle it. It was intense. All right. Question 2. Was Express Pass actually worth it? So real wait times versus posta ones. How did it change your day? So we stayed at Pacific Royale. So we got the Express Pass with the room.
Incredible.
I don't know how. So to me, this is very simple. It depends on how much you value your time. I never want to wait in lines, especially in Epic. We did something a little bit different there, but the wait times I think at 9:00 in the morning were an hour and a half for every ride, which was insane. So anytime that we can get around that and do Express or Fast Pass or whatever you need to do, I think it's always worth it. And it is cheaper option at Universal. I felt like it wasn't as quick as Disney's Fast Pass. I feel like I waited quite a bit longer. Half an hour wait to 40-minute wait was not standard, but more typical than I would have. I was surprised. Usually it's like 15 to 20 at Disney lines. So I don't know. What are your thoughts on Express Pass?
So I actually did Express a little indifferent, I guess, about it, but I did Express in May this year. I probably get it like once a year or so. I have a hard time doing it since I go so often. So I feel like it's always like, oh, I have to shell out the $200 to do it. My thing is I tell people, buy the hotel that comes with Express Pass. That is like, you're already paying $400 and the Express Pass could be $200 to $300 a day. You might as well get it. And everyone in your room gets it. That's one of the things that they have over Disney is they have this like package thing with the Express Passes, which I'm a really big fan of. I personally really like that system for them, and I think it's really good. I was literally looking the other day. I was like, oh, if I stay at the Hard Rock on the 22nd, me and my four friends, we can literally get express passes for $133 each if we just all split the room.
Yep.
So sometimes it's like it's worth it because at Disney you can get a lightning lane and those can sell out. And then it's $29, so it's a lot more affordable for the general public. So I think that like sometimes it's like they both have the pros and cons. I always tell people when they get their express pass, it cuts on average 50 to 60% of the time is what
That's good.
I've always noticed. Um, Even though the other day, like we had someone go and they had express pass, Hagrid's was at 280 minutes. And I was like, you're still going to wait 100 minutes to ride Hagrid's, even with your express pass. And they're like, really? And I'm like, yes. Like, I would just wait till it's like at 120 and then get on because it's worth riding. That ride is amazing.
Yeah, agreed.
But I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, ugh, that fast pass comes in handy, but they run out way faster at Disney. And the express pass, I feel like, has longevity, pros and cons to both. But I do think that the express system is a little stronger than the fast pass because you don't have to fight. On the fast pass, you're like, I got that ride done. Let me load the next one. Then you load it and there's
Yes.
5:30 and you're like, well, dang it. Whereas the express pass, you walk right up, they scan it, they put you on. There's no waiting, there's no loading in the app. It's like you scan your room key or the ticket, whatever you have, and they let you go. So to me, it's easier. You're not stressed about like loading the app and then you're like, well, there's only 5:30 or 6:15 and we still have to make it across the park. Like there isn't that at Universal. You have the express pass, you just get to use it. And you are lucky because about 2 months ago, they just added Hagrid's to Express Pass. It was not on Express Pass for the first almost 6 years it was open. It was
Yeah.
only standby queue.
I didn't know that. So I planned a lot of my trip, my strategy through chat, and then it was still on the old. So we rope dropped Hagrid's just
Mm.
to get on it, and we got on it. Actually, it didn't start online. I think we waited like 10 minutes, and they were like, "We're up and running!" And then so we got on it super quick, which was amazing. It was one of my favorite rides there. But
That ride is magical. Now, there was magic in that ride. Now, there is
it's
magic in
magic.
some parts of Universal.
The second shot on that ride caught me off guard, and I didn't think it was going to feel that fast, but it was like when they boost you again, it was really really good. The drop's amazing. Yeah, the whole
Did you
thing.
like the
It felt like a little bit shorter of Rise. Yeah, it was really good. So Express Pass for me, I'm with you. I think the value is staying in the hotel. The hotel was really nice. The amenities were really nice. We actually had a pool day, so we got to spend some time at the pool, which was really good. I'm with you. Why wouldn't you split a room with a group and you're getting Express Pass for a fraction of the cost? I didn't know it was
Yep.
60%, so that's very helpful. The one thing I can't stand, but now that you just explained it to me, I hated not having the app for consistency and check-in and being able to check everything through the app. Having paper things on a lanyard was very annoying to me, but I also wasn't buried in my phone all day like I am at Disney. So that it was very interesting you said that because I found it super annoying, but then it was also maybe a bit freeing and I didn't look at it from that angle. So
Mhm.
you're right. You just walk up and scan. It just annoyed me that I had to have my express pass slash room ticket or room key along with my actual park ticket in this stupid little lanyard that they made you pay for $30 for. So
Yeah, pros and cons. It's like so annoying. But I would rather just be able to walk into a ride any day than be sitting there on an app hitting refresh,
true.
being like, and the worst thing is like you've been to Disney, right? And they're like, you want to ride Guardians or something, it's gone.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
you're
know, you have
out.
to wait 70 minutes, even though you already paid this premium, you still have to wait. And it's like they get their money and you're still in this regular line with everyone else. So it's like that's the only thing is like they just don't ever limit the express. And the fact they had to put express on Ministry of Magic and Donkey Kong recently, which just happened before you came, along with Hagrid's, really opened up. And I think it made Express even more valuable. So I think when those three rides were missing, I think people were like, oh, is it worth it? But I'm like, I still think it was. And now that those three rides are included, I absolutely think it's worth.
Yeah, you sold me on that more than I originally was. I do. I'm with you. I don't think I'd stay somewhere else. The location of the places that give you express pass is so worth it. Walking to the two parks, the older parks, it was amazing. Right down the garden walk.
Portofino is my favorite.
Ooh, why?
It's the most immersive out of all of them. It feels the most Italian. It feels like I'm in Italy. It feels the most like I'm in Epcot.
Ooh,
That's the
okay.
one that I feel like they themed it really well to Italy. And then I don't know if you've seen like their port where like the boat, they have like the Italian Sicilian boats like sitting all in the water with the globe. That courtyard feel. amazing, and have a fantastic restaurant there. I cannot remember the name, but I've been there twice. Phenomenal Italian food, absolutely love. Just that whole entire area, just the gelato stands and the cafe and the cute little tiny things. I just feel like it fits the niche so well.
Okay.
Hard Rock's okay in my opinion. I've never stayed at the Hard Rock. I've only visited. It's one of the few resorts I'm missing. I'm missing Aventura, Helios, and Hard Rock. And then otherwise, I've knocked out every resort at Universal Orlando.
Dang, nice. We went to the Helios bar for our day off just for a drink. That resort is beautiful from the outside, but I was kind of surprised how sterile it is on the inside. It didn't have a lot to offer. The bar was sick up top because you could see everything. But
I thought that if you look at Disneyland Tokyo just opened Disney something Springs. They opened up a new hotel. The stucco on the hotel they opened and like the art is what I felt like Helios should have gone for.
mm,
I feel like Helios is like a B plus and it's like missing an A plus. If you go, you probably missed this. If you were there at like 7 when people were getting back in the hotel, there's only one hallway for elevators. It is a shit show.
oh
When
no.
people are getting back from the hotel, people are going up to the bar, people are trying to make the line is atrocious. And we did it one time. I've been Epic Universe 5 times. And on the third time we left and we went to that bar and I think we waited 15 minutes to get an elevator to go up.
My goodness. Yeah, we went at 4 and there was nobody there, but I didn't realize those were the only elevators.
Yes, I didn't know that either. And I also think that Helios is the same price as the other exclusive resorts and doesn't offer Express Pass.
It's crazy.
Don't get me started. That they're like, we're just charging for the view. I'm like, screw the view. Like, it is not worth the benefits you were not
No.
offering compared to the Royal Pacific, to Portofino and Hard Rock. I'm not paying the same price and not getting Express Pass. I'm sorry.
It's the only reason we didn't stay at Helios because our planner said it doesn't come with Express Pass and it probably never will. And I was like, I said, why is this the same price? And he said, this is why. And I was like, that's so dumb.
So stupid. And it's also not as close to other parks. Like, your only day is conserved to Epic. So you would be traveling so far to go to other ones. And like the other ones are so close. And the other two parks are like, they feed off each other. Compared to Disney, you have to physically get in a bus or a monorail to get to another park. At Universal, you can literally take the Hogwarts Express or walk, which is the Hogwarts Express. Whoever thought of that was like, boom! Like,
Yeah.
that idea in the boardroom, that person must have been lifted in a chair. Like, they were at a bar mitzvah, I swear. Like, that idea
brilliant.
alone is brilliant. And like, I do want to bring back, you said you didn't feel magic at Universal, and I do agree, but I think certain places there are magic.
I did in both Harry Potter places.
Walking into Diagon
Yes.
Alley with the bricks, that is like a moment where you almost get choked up.
Yes.
I was there in the grand opening at Diagon Alley. I waited 7 hours to get inside Diagon Alley, and then I waited 4 hours to ride the ride. I was there grand opening in 2014. I was there.
We talked about this on our trip. So the longest wait somebody waited just to get into the alley wasn't even the ride, was 10 hours. So you were one of those crazy people.
I was one of the crazy ones. Yeah. Do you know where like Central Park is, right by the Simpson, where there's like bathrooms? That's where the line started, where we got in for Diagon Alley. It went through Simpsons. Then you walked behind Men in Black and like spiraled through the entire Men in Black line. And then you got to the front gates and you were like, here we go.
Holy smoke. You are insane.
It's worth.
It's not worth it, but okay. That's amazing.
To be like the first person in there being like, I was one of the first 5,000 people.
We were literally, you
so
were the
busy.
people we were talking about. We're like, who is doing this? And Cole was one of those. That's
You know
awesome.
one.
Yeah, that's awesome. No, I do agree. I think the immersiveness of the Harry Potter, even walking behind the regular brick wall, was brilliant. The way in Epic, which we'll get into, the way you get into the Ministry is brilliant. That whole Paris area I thought was gorgeous. How they set it up and had everything. Yeah, there's a lot. I agree with you. The Harry Potter areas in both parks were awesome.
Totally magical. And I actually think the Diagon Alley portal changed the immersiveness for theme parks, how Universal wanted to go from that moment on. Hogsmeade is immersive, but you slightly see outside, you slightly see behind Hogwarts show building, Velocicoasters behind Three Broomsticks, when you are in Diagon Alley, the only thing that will break immersion is a helicopter or a plane.
That's how I
And
felt about Nintendo. Like, it was cloudy when we were in there in Epic, and it looked like it was part of the sky of the video game. It's crazy. And it was the plane. The only thing that broke it was the plane.
Yeah. And it's like when it's such a tiny thing and the plane's gone in 30 seconds. So at that point, you're just so back. You're like, oh, it's normal. You're back. I do want to say, I don't know if you learned this on your tour. You actually don't have the VIP tour, Islands Adventure or Universal. But
no, we did Epic, yeah.
At Universal in Diagon Alley, they used the same number of bricks to build Diagon Alley at Universal Orlando as they did to build the set in Warner Brothers in London to the T. They did the math, not one less brick or one more. It was the same amount of bricks they used to build the set to build that same exact land. Isn't that bananas?
Deep cut, dude.
I know some things.
Yeah, we asked
people walk around.
No, go ahead.
I like theme parks and they just tap me and they're like, fact. And I'm like,
oh, that's a gangster stat. No, we actually didn't do VIP and we talked about it for the old parks. And I was like, well, Express Pass, it was fine. We didn't really wait that long, but those little magic moments would have been good to know. All right. Anything else with Express Pass? You good there?
I'm good.
Okay. How many days do you really need to experience everything? So we did 2 park days for the old parks, and then we did 1 park day for Epic, but we had a VIP tour, which is the only reason we got through everything. We got through everything kind of in half a day, technically, because we sat down for lunch and dinner and breakfast. Normally, we would never do that. We would just grab and go. Do you think 3 days covers everything for the 3 parks?
It's like yes and no. So it depends on what you want to do. So I'm excluding the water park because otherwise I push it to 4 days automatically.
Agreed.
Which is an amazing water park if you haven't been. I went for my first time this year and it was unbelievable. Okay. It blows both Disney water parks out of the water, just saying.
Badunch.
That is one thing that if you had a tag, the water park does beat both of Disney's.
Okay. Good to know.
Gosh. I tell people 2 days at Epic almost.
You have
but
to.
You had a VIP, so it's different.
Agreed.
So I've been 5 times and I've done everything except for 1 ride. I haven't done the water ride, the fire drill one. I just didn't care to get wet. So I just chose not to do it. It was 5-minute waits at times. I just was like, I'm not going to get drenched. I'm seeing people get off this being soaked. I'm trying to
we said the same thing.
Be soaked. But I think it really depends because I think that Universal, this is sad to say, is not a full day park. It struggles, and I know they're working on it, and now that Epic and Islands Adventure are here, it almost shows its flaws a lot stronger.
Agreed.
It's the first park. It opened up in the 80s. It needs the most love. And that's also the nostalgia factor. That's where Jaws was. That's where Back to the Future was. You pulled away some really big things, and now I look at Universal, and the biggest thing pulling people to Universal is Diagon Alley and DreamWorks Kids Land. Other than that, Fast and Furious is a washout. That is the worst ride ever made. Did you ride that?
No, we skipped it.
It is the bottom of the barrel. There is nothing worse. I wish you wrote it, honestly. I should have told you to write it just so you could have been we could talk about it, because we could have done a whole podcast on how bad that ride is.
I'm so glad it did. You know why we didn't? I was so over 3D. Because everything there is 3D, and it makes me sick, and I was just over it. My stomach was like, no more. Can't do it.
Yeah, I'm over that freaking so Kong is the same exact layout.
Yeah.
Kong is done better. It's still not amazing Kong, but if you think Kong is 3 times, imagine a ride 3 times versus Kong, that's Fast and Furious. Oof. The lines. The only thing that's funny is if you sit in the front passenger seats, on the left and the right in the bus, there's these 2 smoke guns that just spray the hell out of people on the ride, and it's the funniest thing is because they're just being drenched in fog, and you can't even see the ride. You were getting hit with so much fog in the front row, I swear. I'm like, how are they not getting in their lungs? That ride, don't even get me started. I gotta move on because I will rant. Yeah, Universal's the weakest of the 3.
Yeah,
they're definitely the bottom of the barrel. They are building a new roller coaster. They need a top line. They need a Stardust. They need a Velocicoaster.
Yeah.
The last one was just not it. I know this one will be the biggest and baddest, but that's a year and a few months away. They are cooking though. I will say this about Universal is that they destroy and build. They were destroying that roller coaster and already building the new foot tracks before it was even destroyed.
Yeah.
That's dedication. You already know it. And they also will not tell us the ride until it's literally built and done. They'll be 2 months before it opens. Oh, by the way, we have a new roller coaster. where Disney is like 5 years out. They're like, villains land, and not even a shovel is broken. So it's so crazy that the opposite is like Disney will be like 7 years out. This is our plans. Universal will be, the ride is literally done. There's a sign with like an apron covering it. You know what I mean? And they're like, what's that? And they'll be like,
We'll
like
figure
it
it
gets
out.
under my skin.
Yeah, that's really good. So I would totally agree. I don't think you can get through everything in Epic in one day unless you have a VIP. If you do have VIP, we'll get into exactly how great or not great it was. But without it, the lines are ridiculously long. The immersive worlds are ridiculously packed. There's people everywhere, especially Nintendo World. It was chaos. God, there's people everywhere. And I feel like you can't get away from them because there's no corner where there's not just people stacked on top of each other. Yeah.
Did you guys go at night at all into Nintendo?
No, Lexi and Jake did. They said it was amazing. I was just so done by that point in time. So by the time we got done eating our dinner, which was breakfast, lunch, and dinner was part of the VIP tour, which was amazing, which is another thing Disney doesn't do. It was dark, but we were just heading out. So we just head out the front gate. But okay, so 4 days is comfort.
4 days for sure. And I think that you can do Islands Adventure 2 too, because I think Islands Adventure is the big pull. Like that's the immersive park on that side in the original one. Like you're looking at Universal and like, yeah, it has some great rides and some things, but Islands Adventure is the e-ticket over there. It has Hagrid's, it has Velocicoaster, Spider-Man is fantastic.
Hulk. Yep.
Incredible Hulk. And also the Kids Land, Dr. Seuss is way stronger than DreamWorks Land. Now there are some dead lands there in my opinion, like Lost Continent is a freaking, that has not been open for like over 3+ years. And that's, there is rumors circulating what's going to happen to that land. You probably heard about what's coming or no? So the biggest rumor about a year ago is Legend of Zelda was going to take it over.
What?
So the rumor is that there's 3 Harry Potter lands, 1 for each park. So there should be also 1 for Nintendo for each park as well. So when you go to Universal, you buy a wand. The wand works in all 3 parks. That's amazing. But your wristband only works at Epic Universe. So the temptation to buy the wristband is less than a wand, because why would I buy something that works in one place, or am I going to buy something that works in all 3?
Interesting.
So for them to buy the bands and make them stronger is to bring more Nintendo IPs to their already existing parks. So rumor Legend of Zelda was coming in. Like I saw permits, I saw rides, I saw crazy things. All fucking put to the bucket, thrown to the side. Wicked has now apparently been taking the front run. And then last week, a new front runner came in. Pokemon, I know. Pokemon. Like, are you effing kidding me?
That's its own park.
I don't even know. Like, if you put Pokemon in, that's another wave of Nintendo freaks coming in. Like, that is a different, even like generation of them, you know? Like, the whole nother, like, what is that? So,
that's going to be an interesting mix of people.
And so the other rumor was at Universal was the Simpsons Land was supposed to be rethemed to Pokemon. And it was supposed to be turned into like a Pokemon town. And that was the hugest rumor for like 5 years. And like, maybe not that long, but everyone was like, that's it. That's going to be it. That's going to be it. And then Universal Hollywood apparently re-signed their contract with Disney for Simpsons for 5 more years. And the contract to Orlando has not been signed that I have known of, but everyone is like, do not sign it. Get rid of Simpsons. Do not keep Simpsons. Put in Pokemon or something else. I personally think Legend of Zelda would fit better islands in that spot. And I think Pokemon would fit better at Universal. I don't want to see them get swapped. I think it would look slightly weird. But that's for the future of the parks. And then now their new giant 150,000 square foot building they just announced 2 days ago. You saw that?
Yeah.
Harry Potter expansion, new Harry Potter ride. They need it. That
because that's coming right off the side of the Paris area, right? Yeah, that's gonna be sick. Okay, so we're thinking 3 days if you get VIP, 4 days if you are not. You're gonna need 2 in Epic for sure to see everything. All 4 lands are definitely worth seeing. You should definitely spend some time in there. And the food is also very good, which we'll get into. Okay, so that's everything I have for OG parks. So is there anything? So my favorite ride, let's go through that. So favorite ride at Universal. What is your favorite ride at Universal, the oldest?
I would say my favorite ride, there's a tie. Because I love Escape from Gringotts because of everything, but it's just not as thrilling as I want it to be, where the Mummy is like almost like the perfect indoor roller coaster. So I think I'm going to hand it off to the Mummy by the inkling of a point, just because I love the Mummy. Like I literally rode that yesterday and I was like, this is such a great ride. I just love it.
That's good. My favorite, I think, was actually Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I hated the wait. Well, actually, I liked the wait because there was a lot of just the YouTube shorts of the funny shit he does, which I thought was really funny. I thought we waited. They kind of just group everybody together. There was really no express pass. You're just all standing in a room waiting for a color.
Yeah.
But I thought the ride was actually really cool. Universal really surprised me with how clear the screens are as well. Like their screens are, as somebody, the VIP tour was telling us that in Magic the Ministry, it's like only the second screen that is that large that is 4K quality in the world. The other ones, I think, in Tokyo or something like that. But yeah, their screens and their 3D is very good, even though 3D completely screws me up and messes on my stomach. But I really loved the Jimmy Fallon ride. I thought that was actually because I'm a huge Jimmy fan anyway.
That's
But
such an unpopular opinion.
I know it's okay. I'll
And
go
it's
with it.
crazy you didn't like Fast and Furious, but people like, oh, I do want to say something about Jimmy Fallon though. You didn't like waiting, but I do think the queue for waiting, how you can wait in a lobby is so unique.
Yes,
Like like you get to sit and relax instead of standing and walking and standing and walking
agreed.
and standing. Like you get to almost like chill and there's mini games. And I did the band come out too while you were there?
No,
So the band sometimes comes out where they'll have like a guy come out on the stage and he'll like do a little show and stuff, and they like will have a
that's cool.
comedian and stuff. It's pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it's
that
definitely the most unique version of a line, not because of theming, how it works.
yeah, agreed. Love that. Islands of Adventure. What's your favorite one?
Okay, so it's like Velocicoaster or Hagrid's. Like I love it's like two queens, right? It's like you love this one because of this and this one because of this. I think I would give the cake to Hagrid's
Mm,
by an inkling of a point again. I love the feel of being on a motorcycle. It feels so real. The turning, the banks, the theming. It also feels so immersive. Like when you're in Hagrid's, you really don't see out of it. Like you are in Velocicoaster, and you can on the second portion, you're out of the cage.
yeah,
The first part is so immersive. I love Velocicoaster. The first part immersive, the launch, everything about it. But I would give it to Hagrid's. I just think it's a little more magical, and I just love that drop. Like there's
yeah,
something about you're caught, you're crikey, you're caught in the devil's snare, and he's like, repeat after me, and then he says it, and it catches everyone off guard.
yeah,
Every single time that people ride that ride, it's taboo to talk about that scene because you can't tell anyone that's going to happen. It's like an unspoken rule. Like you can, it's like you're forbidden. Even when people are like, "Oh, what's the ride like? Can you please tell me I'm scared?" Even when someone's scared, I'm like that part.
let it out. Yeah, I would also have to agree. I think Hagrid's is my favorite. One, I do like roller coasters, but not when they're as crazy as Velocicoaster. So Velocicoaster was fine to me until the second launch over the top hat when you're going back into the track and I'm literally floating in a lap bar. Like I'm not cool with that. So I actually ended up that part I hated so much. I even loved the twist over the water was awesome. But I'm with you,
Yeah,
Hagrid's. I actually rode in the sidecar. I let Jenny ride on the bike. I just seeing the live action Hagrid, seeing the monsters, just everything was very very cool. So I didn't think it was going to be one that long. I loved how long it was as well. It's a super long roller coaster. Just unique. It's something. It's unlike something I've ever rode. Very much like Cosmic. I think that's why I love Cosmic so much.
yeah.
Yep.
And you could see based on the rides that Disney has definitely had a toll towards Universal and the way they've changed, because like yeah, you might not have a land at that level or like some things, but like the Harry Potter land is so fleshed out. You
Yes.
could tell they care about rides. So Cosmic Rewind is the world's most expensive roller coaster at 500 million, and Hagrid's is the second most expensive at 380 million.
Mm, wow.
So yeah. What's better though, Hagrid's or Cosmic?
Cosmic.
I think I'd give it to Cosmic too.
Yeah, there's just something about the music and the whole vibe is so like
Mhm.
party. It just it fits Guardians so perfectly. Like the whole ambiance of Guardians and what it's supposed to be about in the mixtape and shoving in the cassettes, just sick. But I would say, what is it? The Forbidden Forest, Forbidden Journey. What is that ride called? And
Oh, in the castle.
yeah, so that theme or that line was amazing. I loved walking through the castle. I thought that was really cool. One, especially playing the video game, like
Yep.
literally doing all those quests inside of the castle. I loved, but
Mhm.
that ride made me so sick. I felt like I was in a mixer. It was horrible.
Yeah.
Not a
No,
fan.
I get nauseous. I don't get super nauseous on 3D rides. I'm kind of lucky, but that one in particular does sometimes get me. So what I struggle with is when I'm fine on the screen. It's when you're transitioning
Yes.
off the screen to the set is like what is so disorienting.
Yeah, my eyes are trying to catch up to like what my body's feeling because they're like not aligning, and I'm like my mind gets all screwed. Yeah, I'm totally with you. It makes me want
But
Puke.
Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey walk so Monsters Unchained can run. Every single thing
True.
that Harry Potter was wrong with, they fixed in Monsters Unchained. It was
That ride was
a
I
ride.
I hate scary things, and I thought that ride was incredible because it wasn't even that scary, but like it was
Mm-mm.
unbelievable, which is what we're going to get into. Okay, Epic Universe, the new kid on the block. Does Epic Universe live up to the hype? So, first impression, size, tech, atmosphere, crowd handling. What are your thoughts?
Yes, I do believe Epic Universe lives up to the hype. I do know that Universal is struggling with some attendance abilities at the moment with keeping with crowd control. They don't have issues with getting people in the park. They have such long waits. And that's their biggest issue is they don't have capacity. That's why they're rushing to build this new Harry Potter ride. I know it is because what they're looking for is they need more things for people to do. I will say that Epic Universe did a really good job at being kid friendly.
Mm,
Compared to other parks. I think that almost every land has something for a kid in some capacity. Whereas, like when you go to Universal Islands Adventure, there's not always something for a kid to do. Um, which I did think they took a note really well from Disney in that. I also think that Epic Universe is just overall, it's really pretty. It's well put
yes.
together. That you could tell it's fluid. Each world they try to be as immersive as possible. So to me, it really is a 9 out of 10 park. It is missing a point for me. It's not my favorite Universal park. I still rank Islands Adventure
Ooh.
above Epic Universe, but we'll see how long that lasts because if this Harry Potter ride's amazing or this Link Land or whatever they're putting in, it's like, you know what I mean? Like that
Yeah.
land could redefine Islands Adventure if they make it as immersive as Epic Universe. Like it could bring Islands Adventure like to the top again. Like
Yeah, yeah, I would say I was very impressed. One, it's a new park, so everything's clean. I thought the staff was way
so clean.
friendlier than at what I ran into at the original Universal. I'm with you. Crowd control, I think, is kind of a joke in some of the lanes. Nintendo feels oppressive and feels really, really. It struggles to like the crowds are just they're horrible once you get in that lane because everything's like on multiple levels. All you see is people everywhere. So wasn't a huge fan of that.
Stairs.
Yeah, stairs everywhere. That kind of sucked as well. The tech was really good. I thought the layout in fluid of having everything in a giant circle, I thought was really good because once you get out of the individual lanes, you actually have space. You'll find benches. You can never find places to sit in Disney. So like having a place to sit down and even having like the Starbucks and things like that in the middle, I thought was really smart because it keeps people at kind of the food
Two
is.
Starbucks.
Oh, I didn't find the second one. Where was the second one?
Second one's by Monsters. There's another one by the
Oh,
Frosty Moon. Or like
okay.
that ice cream, there's like one over there, and it's not like you can walk in. It's only like like you walk up to the window.
Yeah, yeah.
But like smart, have one on both sides. You have one at the front on the right, and you have one in the back on the left. They're like exactly as far as they could be from each other. And I'm like, smart.
Yeah. Yeah, because they usually get completely hashed up. Actually, that's the one I went to. I never went to the one you can go in. I only went to the one with the window. Okay. So yeah, I was impressed. I thought the portals was really cool. There's
Me
even
too.
like some throwbacks like on the back of Stardust Racers being powered by, the back of the DeLorean.
Doc Martin.
Yeah, yeah, I thought that was
Uh,
really brilliant. And I even thought the theming with the food was excellent. We can get into specifics with that, but really first impressions was gorgeous park. Loved it. I thought the theming was good. I thought the immersion was good. I'm with you. The cons are just the crowd control. It seemed like there wasn't really a thought process with where
yeah,
everybody's supposed to go.
and I agree that this food is like on Epcot level. Like I
Agreed.
think that they tried their hardest with the food, and they definitely popped it because of I have not had one bad thing from Mickey Universe yet, and I tell you, I have tried so many different items from so many different stands, and I'm like, I really haven't had anything. I'm like, this is awful. At the other parks, I've had something where I'm like, this is not it. But yeah, it's also crazy because I just think that like every single thing I've had is spectacular. The mac and cheese cone. Did you get a mac and cheese
I
cone?
didn't. Lexi and Jake did, and they said it was life changing.
It was, and they have a holiday one with the stuffing, turkey, and cranberry. And do I buy a ticket just to go and get the cone? Like that's what I feel like.
So those of you who don't know, there's these like sandwiches that are cones of bread that they shove mac and cheese inside of, and you can get pork on top of it. You can get all kinds of shit. They look amazing. They're all over social media, Instagram, TikTok. Everybody's just raving about them. And Lexi and Jake got one after dinner, and they said it was so worth it.
It's so popular that Hollywood doesn't even have an Isle of Berk land. They built an Isle of Berk stand just to sell the cones. They're that popular.
Dang. Well, that tells you how well they're selling. Yeah, the
Yeah,
food
like
was really
freaking
good.
hotcakes. And I would say about the cones, when we originally went, so I went for 2 soft openings, and I've been 3 times since we've been after. When we went for the soft opening, they sold mac and cheese cones from 1 stand, and then on the second time I went, they started selling them at 2 stands. It's so popular, and they still sell it at 2 stands. It's
Mm.
just every single time I go, I'm like, people are just eating those mac and cheese cones. Now it's crazy. The original one, mac and cheese with the goldfish, is not good. It's okay. It's good, but not the one with the pulled pork. Lick my fingers. That is
So speaking of food, so I want to get into that a little bit because our VIP tour had, like I said, breakfast, lunch, and dinner included. We
I'm
had
excited to
breakfast.
see where you went.
Yeah, we had breakfast at the Oaks, that Oaks Barrel Place or whatever it's called, the tavern. It was awesome.
Oak Tavern.
Yeah. So
Love.
inside is gorgeous. It was really easy. So the way it did is that you could order a meal, a drink, and a side. Like they didn't really, it was great. Our VIP guy was like, just get whatever, don't overdo it per person. This is what you're allowed to get. So they were pretty loose with it, and every meal was really, really good. So we had breakfast there. It was excellent. The mango banana bread thing they have. What is that crazy thing? Like they have like a little dessert.
I've never had that.
Okay, so it's like this little dessert. It's almost like a banana bread, but it has like mango or pineapple or something. It was unbelievable. Very good. I would definitely go for breakfast there again. And it was
Their lunch is banging, by the way. Their cornbread.
okay. I love cornbread, man. Don't get me started on that. So for lunch, we went to the pizza place, Pizza Moon.
I actually have not been there because Haley hates pizza. So every single time she's like, I'm not going there. I'm like, no, I want to eat Pizza Moon. Next time I'm going, I'm eating at Pizza Moon. I don't care. I've eaten almost at everywhere except for Pizza Moon and like I think Blue Dragon and
Yeah.
Atlantic are the 3 I'm missing.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. And did you get the Oob pizza, the purple one?
Yeah. So so our VIP guide said go to Pizza Moon because technically one entree is a full pizza per person. So there were 6 of us. So we got 5 pizzas, but we could have gotten 6 that was included with our pass, which is kind of insane because they're kind of medium-sized pizzas. Like they're
pretty decent.
Yeah, they're pretty decent. So we each got a different kind. So we got to try a couple different ones. The purple one was fine. I'm not a big fan of ricotta. I think it had ricotta on it.
Mm-hmm.
It was okay. We got all the pizza was very well. It was very well cooked. It wasn't burnt. It was good. The flavor was good. The line gets crazy. So if you try to go between like 11 and 1, it was out the door, but we walked right through because of our pass. What's really cool about it is you sit down, you find a seat, you QR code the menu, you order on the app, like your mobile order, and then they just bring it to your table. So there's no lines of getting up and shoving people and fighting people to get to a register. Like you do it all on your phone and they just bring it to your table. It's actually a brilliant idea.
Yeah, and they do that at a lot of the restaurants too at Universal. Like they do it at the Three Broomsticks and the Leaky Cauldron and Toadstool Cafe. Toadstool's Cafe is also the same way. And I think that's one thing they have on Disney.
Yes.
Is like you only wait to get seated, and then versus like you're in Avatar Cantina, and then you're standing in line, then you're grabbing your items, then you're standing there, and then you're holding a tray of food, and there's 7 people still in front of you. Like there is not really that Universal unless you're doing a quick service style restaurant. You have to wait, but majority of the places that you sit down at, like even Circus McGrew and Fantastic Four Cafe, Minions Cafe is also the same way. You just scan the QR code, order, and come. I've actually had it mess up on me only once in a positive way. They brought me and Haley's food, and then they dropped it in another person's entire family's tray on our table too. And like once you put they took it off, and like once you take it off the table, you can't like take it off and reserve it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like how it works. So then we ended up getting like this entire meal and a half for free because like they put it down, and I was like, "Did you order this?" And she's like, "No." I'm like, "I didn't order this." And then I was like, "Well, it's ours now." And then they came, and the girl saw us. Like the employee literally was like, and I saw her come back and do a double take, and she's like, "Oh, I didn't mean to put that there."
That sucked. Yeah, it's definitely, it was stress free. I think eating sometime even at the quick service is quite stressful. Disney people are like losing their minds. They fight over tables. It's a disaster sometimes.
Yeah.
But yes, the pizza was very good. What's again? What'd you say?
There's like less kids too, so I feel like there's a little more control of like the mom not pulling 3 of her kids at one time, and she's like, "What do you want?" You could literally have your kids sitting at the table, and you could just order everyone from your phone.
Agreed.
There's things that Disney does right, and there's things that Universal does right, and it's so crazy that you could like, but they also fall in certain areas too.
Yeah, let these powers combined. Yeah, so we had that for lunch. Snack. I think, and this is for both worlds, both Islands of Adventure Universal and Epic. Frozen butterbeer caught me off guard with how good.
So good, right? The frozen one is so good.
Dude, I was thinking one because I'm not a huge butterscotch fan. So I was like, this is going to be fine. But I got it when Lexi and Jake and our friends were on Gringotts because Jenny and I didn't go because I was like, if it's gonna be like forbidden whatever, I'm gonna puke again. So I went over to the bar in the corner of Diagon Alley, whatever that huge
Yep.
tavern thing is, and I got the butterbeer there, and I was like, I'm just gonna try some. I was like, oh my god.
It's addicting. I literally try not get it every single time, and, like, when you have the frozen
Yes.
with the white cream in one bite, like, one sip, you're like, "Oh gosh."
It was surprising how amazing it was. I did not think I was gonna like it that much. I actually got it on 2 of the days. Was very impressed, and, the lines for that
And
are usually long, but they serve them fast, so
fast. And fun fact, if you get a kid's breakfast at any of the Wizarding Worlds, it comes with a butterbeer. And let me tell you, the kids only get breakfast if you're ever gonna go eat at Universal again, like, you don't have a VIP guide or anything, always order the kids' meal versus the adults. The adults' meal will have, like, 1 extra piece of bacon and maybe 4 more potatoes and no drink.
interesting.
I don't and I every single time me and my friends go, we all have kids' meals, we get our butterbeer, we have, like, 2 pancakes, our potatoes, we have our bacon and a croissant, and, like, all of this was $15 versus $20 for an adult meal, and I have to add my butterbeer.
Yeah. Yeah, that's weird. That's interesting. That's a good hack there. I'm surprised they don't have alcoholic butterbeer.
Right? I think it's JK Rowling. I think she just doesn't want it. I think there's something about it, but, there are special drinks, like, there is, like, the, Duffy Hollows,
Hmm.
and it's 3 different beers, and they layer them. Did you see that one?
I didn't see it, but I saw it on the menu.
Yeah, so they'll do, like, different ones, and it's also interesting because I think alcohol is really interesting. Coming back to Epic, I wanna loop that around really quick. No alcohol Nintendo at
Mm.
all. Only mead and wine at Isla Berk, and then only Celestial and the other 2 worlds have alcohol.
Interesting. I did get to go into the Hunter's Tavern in Dark Universe. The where all the
The Burning Blade
monster
Tavern?
yeah, the monster hunter where the monsters hunters hang out. So we went in there to get the garlic steak knot or whatever, like the dagger thing. And one of the hunters came in when we were in there, which was really cool. And he was like doing a whole like scene, which was really neat. But it's like really low ceilings. They have hunter trophy heads on the wall above the
Yeah.
bar. So that was kind of cool. So did get to go in there, had the garlic knot steak thing, which was super garlicky with garlic sauce. It was way too much garlic, but yeah, that was cool too. So that was my snack. I'm trying to think if I had any other snacks.
Did you have the butterbeer crepe?
We did not. No. So I didn't stay in the Harry Potter world that long because it was so packed again. Like there was so many people. I wanted to go. The shops looked amazing in there. I wanted to kind of spend some time in there, but we kind of kept rolling because I wanted to make sure we got on all the rides because the VIP I felt a little stressed about making sure we got everything done. But no, but I heard the crepe is super sweet.
It's really good. I love the crepe.
Okay.
And I do wanna talk about that little crowd thing. So I will say when I go to Epic Universe, I've been 5 times, I avoid Harry Potter and Nintendo till after 3 o'clock.
Okay. Is that when it calms down?
So the moms and the kids will go to Isla Berk and Nintendo. Parents don't like taking their kids to Harry Potter because it's too mature or they can't fit on the ride, or same with Monsters. So I feel like the parents always get there super early, and then by, like, 7 hours in, they are done. They are like, you just can't do it anymore. Like, you're just, like, wiped out, like, at that point, like, you're just so tired
Yeah.
from.
That was me. And we had
Yeah,
no
that's
children.
exactly what happens. So that's why I was asking when you went for, like, to Nintendo at night with Lexi and them,
Yeah.
because at night, it's literally night and day difference. But yeah,
Yeah, so, no, she said it was really beautiful. All the lights and everything were really, really cool. They also rode Stardust Racers at night, front row, and they said that was also crazy
excellent.
because
We've done that too.
you can't see the track, which is crazy because the coasters light up, but none of the tracks light up, so you can't even see where you're going.
Did you write it?
I did. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Uh, so I think trying to think. Oh, and then we had dinner, which was crazy that it was included at Atlantis. Is that what it's called? Atlantic?
Atlantic, yeah.
Yeah.
I've had drinks there, I just haven't eaten there, but I
Okay.
wanna eat there so bad.
It was unbelievably good. What was crazy is the meal for that with the 6 of us was, I mean, you're looking at least $40 to $60 a person, right, to eat there.
Mhm.
So I got the lobster roll, which was I think $48, which was very good. It was smaller, but it's whatever theme park pricing. But the food was excellent. The drinks were really cool. The ambiance inside of that place was beautiful. It's kind of like you're underwater with all the glass and the fish above you. So I would definitely recommend going there with the VIP, with that being included. I mean, that makes the VIP almost worth it because you're probably looking at a $200 to $300 bill just at dinner, and you got all the rides done
Mhm.
before that, and you had lunch and breakfast included. So yes,
And you also get to stack the breakfast on.
Correct. Yeah. So that restaurant was definitely worth it, but it is super, super pricey. I think it's like you said, the Blue Dragon's the other one that's kind of upscale. That's quite pricey.
Yeah. I do think Atlantic's nicer, but I there's something about like the fish that are moving in slow motion. And if you stay during the water show at night, all those fish are in sync with the show. That
What?
whole entire restaurant is in sync. So like it'll like glow up the fish and everything. So if you're sitting in there watching it, the entire inside is also moving around with the lights.
Okay.
It's actually insane.
That's really fun. Actually, I didn't know that, but the inside is very, very, very cool. The server was amazing. Also, with the tour and the meal, 18% gratuity was already included with our meal as well on top of that. So we really, I did tip the guy extra, but that is a huge, price check there as well. So those are the three main meals. So we did the Tower Oaks, then we did Moon Pizza, and then we did Atlantic. All but I'm with you. I think the food at Epic is really excellent.
Yeah, that's something they definitely mastered and picked up. And it's like all the food and the drinks. But did you have some good cocktails there too at all? Or
I didn't do any drinking that day. I drank at the other parks quite a bit. By that time, I was pretty. Any snacks that people should know? Because I didn't do a whole lot of snacking when I was there.
snacks, I would say I'll do one from each land, I guess,
Okay,
just
cool.
world. In Celestial Park, there is like a I don't know if I'm gonna say this wrong, a teriyaki skewer like bun.
Yeah.
It's like it's like an Asian hot dog, phenomenal.
Okay.
Like so good. I actually was thought this was gonna be one item I didn't like. Absolutely loved. Isla Berk, it's gonna be the mac and cheese cone. I will get that every single time I go. I don't care. That is literally top tier. Harry Potter, I would definitely say it would be the crepe.
Okay.
Just takes the cake for me on that one. Isla Berg. Monsters, the jalapeno cheddar bites
Ooh.
at the Burning Blade Tavern, those are probably my favorite. And then Nintendo, I think this one's the hardest one. I think Nintendo has the worst food.
Agreed.
Hot take. Out of all of them, I've actually eaten here the least. So I would probably just say the red shell calzone was simple and easy, and I just liked what it offered. But it was definitely stronger, I think, in like their drink option, like their like smoothie stuff. But like I thought their food was pretty mid in my opinion. It just
Yeah.
had like features that made it feel Mario.
Did you get the float thing in DK? Donkey.
I have not tried that yet. I
I haven't
am
either. I saw
interested to
people.
try that.
Yeah, I actually loved the DK land. I thought the music and everything, like everybody was dancing to like the beat. It was so good. Yeah, that ride was also really cool.
Same. Did you see
Okay.
the hidden Pikmin throughout Nintendo as well?
Now,
So your VIP guy didn't point out all the little tiny hidden Pikmin?
I'm not sure. I don't remember if he did.
I could send you a picture too and be like, "Is
Okay.
this what you saw?"
Yeah, I
Because they
don't
were
know.
all over and they're hidden in the land.
I don't know if I was even paying attention because there's so much to look at, especially in that land because it's all like this. Like you're just looking up at everything except when you walk right in. But also going through the tube to get there up the escalator with the doo doo doo, that was brilliant. I absolutely love that. It's really cool. Okay,
Yeah.
rides. Okay, we rode everything like you except for the water ride. I also wasn't
Yeah.
in the mood because actually it was a little bit cooler that day. We were down there. Weather was like high 70s, low 80s. It was really nice. So if we go through each park, Nintendo World at the beginning, Mario Kart, I thought was fine. Rainbow Road was the best part of that. Going and actually driving on Rainbow Road, I really liked. I thought the mechanics of the ride was kind of dumb. It didn't. We're both video game players, so we take it quite seriously. So we know what good feels like. I feel like if you do a lot of that, I feel like the mechanics were a little off with the shells and it didn't all make sense or align up to me as well as maybe it could have. I thought the experience was cool. Rainbow Road was pretty freaking awesome though.
I was hoping it was gonna be like Test Track,
Mm,
but I don't know. I still think they tried. They
agreed.
really did something new. They stepped out of it. Now, my ride did break down on me once, and the augmented reality was not working, but I've been on it like a few times. So I honestly had my glasses off and I was just enjoying the scenes because I think that you get so distracted looking for players and the things
Yeah.
running by that the environments that you're in are so themed. Like it's
Mm,
almost like a regular like Winnie the Pooh ride or Peter Pan. Like the entire environment is themed with these moving things and you're looking around, you're almost missing some of like the like stuff
yeah,
because
it's really good.
you're just so distracted.
No, totally agree. I think, yeah, the augmented reality glasses make you do this because you where your head's looking is where everything is, and you're right. You're not actually taking in
Yes.
like the clouds and everything around you. It is quite cool. Yeah, that's a really good point.
Yeah. I
So
actually
yeah,
think
to
when the
me, it's
ride
a, I don't
broke
know, 6 or 7
down,
out of 10.
that was
But
my most in like when the ride broke down, that was my most enjoyable ride because I'm not because I'm kind of competitive with the people in my cart, so I want to win. But when it was down, like I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna like soak it up. Like the haunted mansion part where the room is also like whoa, 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 whoa.
yeah,
That I loved that entrance too. I thought that was a really good scene too.
yeah, that's a good point. I did Yoshi's. It's kind of like a Nintendo People Mover. Like, that's what it is. I love the People Mover. I like it way more than Yoshi's, but Yoshi to me, if you
Too
have kids,
short.
yeah, it's kind of a waste of time if you're an adult and you're not 5 years old. I would say. What else is in
I
there?
make Haley write it every single time, and she's like, I'm not writing this, and I'm like, we're writing it, and I'm like, it's 5 minutes. Come on.
Yeah. Minecart Madness in DK World.
Pretty
Loved it.
great ride. A little short though.
Agreed. I thought it was a little surprising how thrilly it was. I was not expecting like the swoops down inside the building and things like that. I thought it was fun. Little rocky, but it's supposed to be because it's a minecart and you're out of control. So I get that. Little short, I agree.
Hmm.
Once again, DK Land is super cool.
Yeah, the DK land is literally amazing. Everything what I feel like is that the DK land, so the Yoshi ride you can see moving and you can never see the Mario Kart moving, but the DK land is the roller coaster is like on both sides, so it gives this kinetic energy that brings the land to life
Yeah.
that the other two Mario rides just do not do.
Yeah. I agree. Is that everything in Nintendo World?
Yep.
Okay.
My only question about Nintendo, did you guys do Bowser Jr.'s challenge
No.
with the wristband?
Only one of us had the wristband. I'm not sure if she did it or not, though. I didn't actually get them. I
So
was
if you ever get a chance to go back, I also recommend getting the wristband.
okay.
I went 5 times. I bought it on my fourth visit, and I'm so annoyed. Did you see like all the apps and the
Yeah.
missions they have on them games and all the things and all the collectibles? Well, if you collect 3 keys, you can go challenge Bowser Jr. And in this room, it's like you are the controller. Your physical body is the controller, and it is literally Mario Party IRL.
What?
It is one of the best things to do. And you have to tap your wristband to it, and it'll go like ding, 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 and you'll see all 3 keys go in. And if you don't have the 3 keys, it won't let you in.
That's sick. It's like a secret room.
And it is Yes, it's a secret room, and like what you do is you can get flower power, you can get ice power, you have to dodge bullets, you have to jump things, you're like throwing fireballs, you're fighting Bowser. It's one of the best things that is like not a ride. It's literally so impressive. I wish I told you to do it because I would have been like, no, you have to do that. But
Yeah,
go back, something to look forward to.
yeah, that's sick. Super deep cut there. That's good. Let's go to Isle of Berk. Winglet. What is it called? What's the winglet?
Hiccup swing glider coaster,
Yeah, loved it. Absolutely loved it.
so cute.
Got to sit front. It's definitely worth sitting front too. Smooth, hella smooth. Could obviously it's not super thrilly. I would say it's more kiddie on the front, but I think yeah, I'm with you. It's super cute and it's fun enough. I had a really good time on that. We actually went twice.
It's the same people who made Hagrid's made that ride, and they
Okay.
definitely toned it down. But what I think about it is it's so immersive with the land.
Yes.
Like I thought that Isle of Berk had the most kinetic energy, in my opinion. Like I felt like what people are causing with like the roller coaster and the water's
The
constantly going by, and
dragons. Yeah.
the dragons were so cool. It felt
Yeah.
almost the most completed land out of all of them.
Yeah, good point. I agree with you. I thought there was a lot to look at, and it was obviously the largest land. I love how they had the house and that up on the hill off to the side
The
too.
little-
That was really cool.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I really like that land. I love that roller coaster. I love that it went through the water and down in and curled around. Yeah, no, one of my favorites. We did it twice. I loved it.
Did you get to see Untrainable Dragon,
I don't.
the show?
No, we did not. Worth seeing.
It's the best show in Orlando.
Whoa.
It beats every Disney show.
Okay.
I will stand on all 10 toes and I will tell anyone that is better than any Disney show I've seen.
Okay.
Besides like obviously nighttime shows on castles and stuff don't count. Like I'm
Right.
talking about like regular repeated shows
Yeah, like
throughout
the
the day.
Nemo and Lion King shit like that.
Finding Nemo, it takes a fat dookie on, let me tell you. It literally cleans it out. Like if you saw it, like it's so impressive.
Okay.
But yeah, that's one of my favorite shows. I think both the shows at Epic Universe are fantastic.
Okay, that's good. We did not see the other one in Harry Potter either, but okay, that's good to know. We did get to pet My gosh, I can't.
Toothless.
Yes, that was really cool because when you pet his nose, it moves. So that was really fun. It was
I
almost
haven't done it yet.
it's very good. It's very good. He feels like a reptile too. It's very interesting. Yeah, so that was a good time. Didn't ride the water ride. Didn't want to get soaked because everybody can just spin a cannon around and just spray you if they wanted. So I wasn't cool with that.
So there's a technique to the ride. I'll
Oh,
tell you, hot take. So it depends what side you're either on rough nut or rough knot side, and they have different shots. So like if you're on rough knot side and you shoot a rough nut symbol, it shoots the other team. But if you shoot the enemy's team, it shoots back at you. So you have to know which symbols you're supposed to be shooting, because if you
oh,
shoot the wrong ones, they're gonna fire at you or they're gonna fire at the people on the other side.
interesting. Didn't know that. Thank you.
I didn't know that either until I was watching a YouTube video like 10 days ago. I was like, that's how that works.
What is the other ride there?
The hiccup, the spinny one, the one where you like sit in a thing.
Worst ride imaginable. It's literally 30 seconds long. It takes me longer to get strapped in than it did actually to. It's so dumb.
In No Express.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
assuming.
you had VIP. You had VIP. No Espresso. That's no.
Don't waste your time. It's literally awful.
No.
It
Yeah.
35 seconds long. Don't waste your time. Don't go there. Is that everything on Berk's? I think.
Yep.
Yeah, there is the ice dragon there too. So try to get a picture with that because that was pretty cool.
He's cool. Did you see him breathe ice?
Yeah, we saw the whole thing. That was really
Sick.
neat. Dark Universe. So the OG ride, or so I guess the werewolves roller coaster, didn't ride that because it spins and it's a roller coaster. But Lexi and Jake loved it. They said it was really awesome. So thoughts on that?
Really? Too short.
Okay, they said the same
So
thing.
originally there was supposed to be a monster show there. Something about with Dracula, and it was in the original. You can actually go back and see the concept art when they dropped the like in 2021. The stage and everything was there. It was going to be a 700-person stadium.
Gee,
So they had a huge show, which, in my opinion, would have been really great for capacity if the show was amazing. Because imagine pulling 700 people every 40 minutes to see a show
you would have
would
flooded
be
everybody
really
out.
helpful.
Yeah,
Exactly. And that ride can only have one cart on a time, and it's very slow, and it does not move people. And I think they were afraid of doing a third show because even like Islands Adventure, there's not a show Islands Adventure like at all.
yeah.
So I think they were like just nervous it was not going to work out. But yeah, uh, I don't know. I just was like that whole ride is good. I think it's a little fast. I want more out of it, and I do believe that's a filler. I don't think the Curse of the Werewolf is a permanent landlocked thing. I think they couldn't open Monsters with just one ride and no show. They were like, we have to have something miniature with it. So I do believe that will be going in 10 years. I don't
Mm,
see it sticking around, or it gets moved to another Universal property. I'm okay
yeah.
with it moving, but I do think it's just a filler.
Yeah, so what I did understand or what I heard people say was if you want to spin, not every cart will spin, but if you are weighted off center, like if you have one side of the cart that's heavier than the other, you will spin like crazy. So just something to look out for there.
Yeah.
Or if you want to spin,
I've been
that's the
on
way
it
to.
3 times, and I only went crazy once. And like there's like that shack in the middle where
Yeah.
you come back and go through. There's giant werewolf animatronics in there. You move so fast you can't even see them.
Mm, that's annoying.
That's my biggest irk with it, is you can literally see it looking at last second before you're shot out, and you're like, dang, those animatronics are cool. But I'm like, I feel like you put so much money and time into those, but like it's not. You could barely see it. Like you almost could have got with a statue with glowing eyes.
So the main attraction, the huge mansion, you're going into where Frankenstein was built. So this ride was down all day. And when we were inside the shop, it started up again. So our VIP was actually walking us into the line to see like the pictures and everything. And the people working were like, you need to get these people out of here. And he was like, calm down. They're with me. I'm VIP. Like they paid for this. We can go wherever we want. And they were like actually really upset with him, is because they were trying to open the line. We didn't know that. So they got us out and then we walked around and just went right up through. But I don't like
That's
scary
the
things.
only ride I've done VIP on.
What's up?
That's the only ride I've actually done VIP on. Like you went through the back in the staircase and went up. That's my most negative experience at Epic turned into my most positive experience at Epic.
Yeah. Yeah. So you do go. Yeah. And that's the other thing about taking the VIP at Universal is you almost go through the exits on a lot of the rides. So you're literally walking like there's when we would like say, hey, we want the front of the roller coaster, we would get walked to the front and push the other people out of the way and they'd put you right.
Yes.
It was a little embarrassing at times. But anyway.
For
Okay.
them.
So this ride, what is this ride actually called?
Monsters Unchained.
Yes, Monsters Unchained. So your thoughts?
10 out of 10. It's literally perfect. I think I've been on this ride like 15
Oh,
times. Every single time I go to Epic Universe, I ride it at least 3. I tell people this is the most efficient ride ever. It is moving people. The wait time, like every single time I'm there, it's 15 minutes. It's almost walk on every single time. They know how to push people. The rotating platform,
yep.
amazing. And as you get deeper in the ride, you knew like the blue lightning. You went through the exit, so I don't know if
Yeah,
you
but
got
I
to go
saw the
through.
tubes at the end.
So as it goes at the end, as you each room, there's blue tubes, and it gets more and more and stronger blue as you walk in. So like the first room, it's barely on, and it's
Yeah.
like a little. Zzz, but as you go through, it progressively gets more and more stronger, which I love. Like this, like the energy flowing through. How many animatronics on that ride? Holy guacamole! Did they cook?
Yeah, and you couldn't even really tell where the screens were and the animatronics were.
No.
Like it was that crystal clear. And I thought getting, we'll get any surprises, but the werewolf part was really cool. I don't like scary things. I'm not into monsters. I don't really understand the whole world, but I thought the ride, I'm with you. It was so efficient, clean, clear. Just the whole story behind it, I thought was excellent. And yeah, I mean, I thought it was a wonderful experience. Because I don't like monsters, I even give it like an 8 out of 10.
I tell everyone like that is one of the best rides I've ever been on. Like it is, and like and I even hate telling people like what's on the ride. I'm like, but the Phantom of the Opera playing the organ, and he
Yeah.
reaches for you, and the fire is shooting out,
Yeah.
and then like
It's Avatar-esque.
the best 2 animatronics in my opinion on the ride. One, as I love when you do the little drop forward and you see the creature Black Lagoon. He's like, "Arr!"
Yeah.
I don't. That's like so lame, but I love that part. And then was the mummy in the ceiling working?
Yes.
Like that mummy in the ceiling is so cool. I love how he looks and he's like reaching for you. And I'm like, that is so impressive. And how the coffin opens up and it looks like it dissolves. I'm like, this is sick. This is sick.
Even at the beginning when you tilt towards the organ player, I thought that was really cool too. Like you're really cool.
Yeah.
And then the fire goes. Yeah, it was a very yes. Even so, my planner, when I had him on talking about Universal before I went, that was his favorite ride too. And I'm like, what? Really? And then I wrote it and I was like, I get it. It's amazing. And the shop is really cool too.
Yeah, that whole land, but that is the least immersive land because
Agreed.
of Helios is so giant, it breaks. Like if you're looking straight at the manor, it's fine. But if you're walking out, it's the one land that loses the immersion factor. And that's the one thing that's so disappointing about that land. It also feels the smallest.
Agreed. Did you get to experience that land at night? I heard it's so much better at night.
Yes, I'd have. It's really cool. And I do love Igor and he walks around. The character meet and greets, Disney level, let me tell you, they are killing
Yes.
it with the meet and greets.
Agreed.
Like that was one thing I like, and they let the characters walk around and they roam. I'm like, did you see the Invisible Man in his outfit?
I did not.
So stunning.
Mm.
Like I'm not really a character person, but I would say in the last 6 months, I've met more characters at Universal than I've had in my entire 7 years of having a pass.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it's very good. I did like even the central courtyard. It was very like the buildings very Harry Potter-esque. They had a lot of character to them and everything like that. So cool.
yeah. And what I loved about Monsters Unchained, not Monsters Unchained, the whole Monsters area, when you walk in, there's like that well in the middle and
Yep.
it has the smoke coming out. If you go there and they have like at night, it has red effects because it's supposed to be the blood from the vampires drinking humans. And it's
Yep.
like a warning to humans being like, don't cross the vampires because then your blood will be poured in here. And I love how they like aren't afraid to like be a little dark about it.
Yeah, no, we did get that sweet insider from the VIP. That was cool.
Yeah, that's where you got your information.
So what's next? What do we miss?
Harry Potter and Celestial Park. That's all we got left.
Yeah, so Celestial Park, let's go there. I did not ride the, what do you call that? I guess the merry-go-round or whatever it is.
It's cute.
It's fine. It's beautiful from the outside. And then you have some food and on the outskirts in the general walking area, the vegetation needs to grow. It's still immature. So shade is an issue, which we heard about from the VIP.
Shade is huge issue.
Yeah, they said in the summer it was awful.
You wouldn't believe it.
No, anything from Celestial Park that jumps out to you? So VIP, you do get your own entrance into the park too, so that was kind of cool.
You come through the Jupiter gate, the Jupiter Club.
Yeah.
Jealous. I always see that gate and I'm like, let me in right now. I don't know. Celestial Park, from the second you get to the gates for security, they're already theming it. Like you're already feeling it.
Yep.
And the Kronos is cool. I
Yep.
love the entrance. And I love when you walk into Celestia Park, you have Artemis on one side and then you have Apollo on the other, and they're diagonally across from each other. And Artemis has the arrow and they put that on fire at night. And the other side, I forget what he has in his hand, but he has his own as well. And they constantly communicate through each other because they're the celestial beings that help forge the park. Which I love the story of how the Celestials found this area and they're pulling worlds and building portals and they're bringing them in, connecting them to their hub. The story is that basically Stardust Racers is like the comet they raced on and they lasted the worlds together. And I think that's so clever. I love when they just intertwine everything. Like
Yeah.
that's what makes it magical. But yeah, Stardust Racers just is the standout of Celestial Park.
Stardust Racer is probably the most gorgeous roller coaster I've ever seen. The carts you sit in are stunning. Stunning. So you have two roller coasters racing each other. You see each other the whole ride. So a couple things about this. I think it's worse than Velocicoaster. I'm going to say that because the first two drops, like Velocicoaster only has one top hat. Stardust Racers has two at the very beginning where you are weightless on both of them. You go up and you come down backwards and you're floating. You go up and you come down backwards and you're floating. And then the rest of the ride is just chaos. And you're going all over the place and it's very fast. The second boost, it starts out like slower and you're like, okay, this isn't bad. And then it punches you and you start going nuts. And then you go up again. I thought it was worse than Velocicoaster in the sense of thrill. I thought it was absolutely crazy. I was shaking after that.
I love Stardust Racers. I actually think Velocicoaster is more intense, only because I would say it has more inversions. So I feel like the inversions make it more intense because Stardust Racers only goes upside down once.
Yeah.
And
it's the tops for me that kill me.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think the Celestial Spin, where you do the second launch and you like intertwine, like you loop, and like you could see someone's eye pupils. Like you could literally see the person's like them like breathing in their throat and their atoms. Like you could see like their stuff. Like you could see their face perfectly. Like at times you're like, oh, they're right there. Like, and it's so crazy.
Yes.
And I just love the bunny hills. That whole ride to me is amazing.
It is really intense. Yeah, whether it's Velocicoaster or that, I don't really care. They're both crazy fun, but they will crush you if you're not into a thrill ride. That was the line for me. The Stardust Racers was the line where I only rode it once. Lexi and Jake, I think, did it 4 times that day, and it was just, it hurt.
Were you green or yellow?
We were green, I believe. Well, when you got on, we were on the left the time I rode it. So that's green, I think. Or is that yellow? I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, I didn't get to see the theming because we walked up to the exit and got through everything. What's crazy is I was really surprised at how many roller coasters you go through metal detectors because like nothing can be in your pockets, period. Because they're flipping you, they're sending you, and I guess someone got hit in the face with a cell phone and almost died. Like that's how that stuff happens. So everything has to be removed because it will come flying off because you are doing, which Stardust Racers is slower than Velocicoaster by what, like 6 miles an hour or something like that. But
yeah, it's like it goes 68 and Velocicoaster 74.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't think.
No. But you can see everything in the park. It's really cool if you actually take the time to look around. And they said it was amazing at night.
Yeah, it's riding it at night is, so I actually give daytime like an 8 out of 10 and then nighttime's a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I agree. That's very good. Sorry, where am I going last?
The Wizarding World.
Yeah, Wizarding World. So the world's stunning. It's absolutely stunning. Right when you walk in, much like Diagon Alley, just taller. The buildings seem taller, everything seems larger, but same thing. Like the theming is super immersive. Butterbeer cart right in the middle, catching everybody's attention with the tarp show or whatever that is, arcane show that you can go and see. We did
Circus Arcanoe.
Yeah, is that a very good show?
So yes, I actually really like it. It's not better than Untrainable Dragon, only because, all right, 2 things. Untrainable Dragon has no pre-show. They just put you in the theater to go. The Arc Station has a pre-show, and I really do like the pre-show, but you have to stand. Then when you see the show, the first 1 minute, you are literally sitting and then you're like, what the fuck am I watching? Like when I tell you the first minute, you're like, what? Like it is so bad. There's a guy who comes out with this square thing and he's like spinning in his hand. And like, you're like, do I get up and leave? Like, what is
Indiana
this?
Jones.
And like, it is, the first minute is so bad. Okay. And then I almost think they make it so bad to blow your mind.
Okay.
Like, we're gonna give you the worst piece of plate, like really bad food, and then they're gonna serve you like the best thing you ever ate. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, they like intentionally like burnt the first scene to cook on the rest of it, which
Okay.
I almost think it wouldn't be as good if the opening scene was bad. Like, if that's weird enough to say, like they like brought your expectations down to like bring them up,
Yeah.
which is like like a trick. But I really liked it. Definitely a little more screens
Okay.
than the Untrainable Dragon. The Untrainable Dragon has a little more physical sets, but the puppeteering of the creatures and the animals is what's really, really good about this show. I don't love the story as much, but I think the scene, how it changes, like, I'm not trying to spoil it because I want you to go back and experience it for yourself, but
Yeah.
when she has the suitcase and the suitcase scene occurs, that is what is so impressive. I'm like, am I watching a Broadway play? Like, you just went from a middle school 6th grade play to like Broadway level. Like, the jump is so crazy how they do it. And I'm like, that is so impressive. And I tell everyone, like, no, it's worth seeing because the last 15 minutes, you're like,
Okay.
it's magical.
All right. Well, yeah, I thought this whole lane was magical. Once again, I didn't get to do a lot of shopping because it was super packed. There was people everywhere, but the stores
Yeah.
looked beautiful. They had tons of things in the Harry Potter like merch that I didn't see at other stores, at least from looking through the windows. There's lots of little interesting trinkets and everything in the land that you should really pay attention to that are very, very kind of insider Harry Potter. So going into the Ministry ride, one, how you how you get there is so awesome.
It's like, so this is what I argued on to fight with my friend the other day, and he said Rise of Resistance had a better intro,
Mm.
but I disagree because I think by the time you're on Rise of Resistance, you're on the ship, like you're already on the ride.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's not a part of the line. Like, that intro scene is the part of the ride, whereas the line in Harry Potter stands on its own. Like, it's not the ride. Walking through the flu powder is, and when you walk into that room, you would not believe how big that room is.
No, it blew me away. So the VIP said there was like 170,000 tiles that were laid to build this. So what was crazy is we were in there, and then when we got back to the hotel room that night, that exact Harry Potter was on TV, and that we saw, and it looks identical to the room that you actually walk into. So going through the flume and kind of the fireplace and getting in, and as soon as you walk in, it takes your breath away. Like the emerald tile that like is gradient colored, it's gorgeous.
I have chills talking about it. They literally destroyed the line. Like, it starts the immersion. And I think it's also so smart that the flu powder starts at the beginning of the line. So like, if you're waiting even 20 minutes, which I never waited for that, I've gotten so lucky on that ride.
Wow.
I've gotten fast passes every single time by luck for that ride. And the shortest I ever waited for that ride was 21 minutes. I know. I was
Originally, it
there
was like 6
on
hours or something, wasn't it?
day 9 opening. I was there on the 9th day the park was open. We hit it. It said 35 minutes. We had 21 minutes. I was like, oh, I was like, someone get me a fast pass because I just beat that system. But yeah, unbelievable. That
Yeah.
line.
How are the rooms? They said the rooms are very cool too, because we obviously went up a different
Yeah,
way.
not as crazy. I think like it does get a little like, I do think Dolores, did you see Dolores Umbridge's room or no?
No, we didn't get to see anything.
Her room is pink. And I love seeing her house elf, and he's like talking mad shit about her. And I love that. And she's like, oh, mistress is on trial today. We better get her. Like, we better get this mistress. Like, she's been so bad. And like writing notes. And it's cute because the elf is wearing her shoes
Oh,
and like
really
writing
funny.
with her pen and like her pink. And you see all the cats moving around, all the dishes. Like, it's literally how you would imagine Dolores Umbridge's room is so good. Yeah. Other than that, the other rooms are just pretty decent, like locker rooms and like chain kind of like rooms. A lot of little hidden Easter eggs and stuff, but
Yeah.
nothing too crazy. Just the flu powder and the main entrance is the best, and then Dolores' Umbridge room is really cool.
What did you think of the ride?
Not the best Harry Potter ride. I still think Hagrid's is the best Harry Potter ride by far.
Agreed.
I am upset because I've actually rode in 2 versions of this ride. So they actually took away a feature on the ride. They have not reinstalled it, and I've only ever gotten it on it once. It is fantastic. Don't get me the ride. It does make me slightly nauseous.
Agreed.
And I would have told people if you sit in the middle, it cuts the nausea by half. I was sitting on the very end on the wall, and I was like, oh my gosh.
That's where I was.
Front row in the middle cuts it like 80%. I
Okay.
swear.
Okay, it's good to
So
know.
the front row alone is better than the back row. but try and sit in the middle if you get nauseous. They don't say anything, but I felt a difference, like a night and day difference sitting in the middle front. I was like, whoa, I was like, I can ride this and not be nervous. Like it was way better. Way better than having the dome screens though.
Yeah.
Still better. I was so in love when you turn the corner and the Death Eaters are like, do, 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 and they're flying in, and that one slides with you. You think it's a real person. Like you would think the only thing that gives away is that their feet are not moving.
Yeah.
Their knees are moving, their elbows are moving, their face is moving. The only thing is like their feet is the only thing staying safe. But I'm like, when amazing. Like I thought that was such a creative way. It was definitely new. Nothing like that I've seen. And I think when you come to Harry Potter, you have to be creative. You can't repeat in Harry Potter. Like that is like a rule. You know what I mean? Like it
Yeah.
has to be new every single time, and that's what pulls people. Dolores Umbridge, a great villain. She
Agreed.
was so fun. I loved that in the trial at the end, getting her to see like the little situation. She gets the little pink goes to black and white stripes. So cute.
Yeah.
But I will say the part that's been taken out is that when you see Dolores and she's in the part with the Fantastic Beasts, Department of Beasts, she does descendo and you lower down and then you get hit by that rhino thing.
Yeah.
Originally when she hit descendo, it was a drop tower and they dropped you. What happened was is that it was dropping so fast the ride couldn't keep up with it and it was breaking the ride, and they still have not turned it back on.
So it was a little bit
It's
of a
the
Hagrid's drop.
Yes, it was like a Tower of Terror scene. It's
Oh,
like they had one moment and they would
yeah.
go boom, and then they would drop you, and then you would get hit back and flown. But when I wrote that, the next they took it out, and now they just lower you down slowly. So in that moment, it was supposed to be like a quick 20-foot drop, which I would really love, and I do think, weirdly enough, adding that would like give that ride a point because I think it would keep
Yeah.
things like moving so flawlessly. Um, I don't know. I did get a little nauseous on it, but I do love it. I still better than Forbidden Journey. And I do think I like it better than Gringotts, only because Gringotts is a little too like showy and not enough roller coastery. But it's it goes Hagrid's, Ministry, Gringotts, and Forbidden Journey for me.
Yeah. No, I thought it was very good too. The screens were once again were super clear. I thought the animatronics were excellent. The rooms felt massive when you were going through that. What was really cool is when you get off the ride and you look back at the cart behind you, it looks like War of the Worlds. It's like it's like the tall aliens with giant legs just moving this cart around. It was so crazy to see.
Yes.
But no, I mean the queue, the original room is just it'll blow your mind. It's very, very good. And then you
Yeah.
also get out the same way.
And I also loved the picture. Did you see how the picture was taken? How like if you got the group picture and you print it out and it came out in the newspaper and it was
Yeah.
like, that is so clever. Like that is
Yeah.
something, instead of just getting a picture, like they actually print the newspaper, put you on it, and like that makes it feel more than just like something I just got on Rock and Roller Coaster and you just put the Rock and Roller Coaster PNG over my picture.
Yeah.
Clever.
So the ride actually stopped an inch before the picture gets taken. We didn't know that. We were sitting there for like 30, 40 seconds. And so we were all just like, whatever, looking around or screwing with something. And then we move an inch and it took everyone's picture. Everybody's like just doing something else. It was so funny. So
Flashbanged on the ride.
exactly. So no, I thought it was good. I still don't think it's the best ride at the park, which probably many people went into thinking it was going to be, but the ambience of the room is just, it'll blow your mind. It's insane.
I think a lot of people went in thinking it was going to be the best because Harry Potter just has a track record for itself.
Right.
Now, don't get me wrong, it's still like an S tier ride. It is
It's very good.
unbelievable. It's just that people just have like different expectations for it because Harry Potter, like when you have Hagrid's was the last one they built. So like you're up here thinking like what you got to do, but it's like, it's got to be different. And that's the hard part about Harry Potter is it's always going to be a brand new ride system.
Yeah.
So they're always starting from scratch.
Yeah. No, I thought the immersion. I mean, the immersion to me is up there with Rise. I thought it was very, very good in that sense. So, but I'm a way bigger Star Wars fan than I am a Harry Potter fan. So you have to also play off of that. But some people are the complete opposite. So, no, I loved it. I think is that every ride.
Yep, I think got over everything. There are two things though I do want to mention about Epic Universe though.
Shoot.
One, the locker system. Amazing. The locker system
Way better.
is amazing. It is the best theme park locker system I've ever been to. If you went on Velocicoaster, they had like that was the very first one, and then if you've been on Tron,
Yep,
they upgraded it.
it's the opposite wall,
and then
the whole enter exit thing. Yeah,
And Epic Universe took it even better than Tron did. And I'm
Yeah.
like, every ride that needs the locker system, it's no locker system should be done any other way besides this from now on out.
Yeah. The one at
Period.
Hulk is such a disaster. It's such a fucking disaster.
And you know what's crazy? Diagon Alleys is even worse. The Green Dots one, that is the worst one.
Okay.
And we always talk about, you could tell if the ride is busy on how packed that room is.
Okay. Yeah, because we held all the bags for everybody when they went on Gringotts. But
You
even the
should have
mummy
just,
one sucks. Like getting through the mummy one was awful because that room gets packed too. Yeah, I
yeah,
was
the Mummy one's
surprised about the
annoying too.
locker system because we don't deal with that at Disney. And it surprised me because usually you're just putting your stuff in your cart with you in like a little pouch. But it's the thrill
But it's so
version.
fluid.
Yeah. Yeah. That's interesting. Let me see what else I got here. Yeah, food, comfort, got through that. Restaurant snacks, good. We mentioned about the heat with the shade. You're going to need probably 5 years for the trees. And I know they did make quite a few changes as well with some of the structures to try to get more shade because they said the summer it was not
You
great.
did see that, but I will say that it was crazy because they have benches out and they put umbrellas over their benches.
Yeah.
Hello, Disney.
Yeah, let's try that one.
Where's their umbrella? It's like you have all these benches but no umbrellas, and it's like clearly you could do it.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
made it look nice. Like theirs was
Agreed.
very classy looking how it was behind and it folded and it sat over. So I'm like, okay, so it can be done really nice. Did you see the nighttime show?
Did not stay till 10. Not that great, I heard.
This is the last thing I want to talk about before, if you have anything else you want to say.
Yeah.
During the grand opening, they had fireworks.
Ooh.
If they brought the fireworks back, you would be on Magic Kingdom level. Like,
Really?
you would be able to compete because they had drones, they had fireworks, and then one thing Magic Kingdom does not have is they have the fountains with the water. So I feel like when you have the projections and then the fireworks, what Magic Kingdom has, but when you're gonna put the fountain and the water with it now, it's like the Bellagio Las Vegas fountain. That's who made that exact fountain. So
Yeah.
like,
And use
there's
a
gonna be a
restaurant to go
point, and
with
they
it.
have, yes, they need a restaurant to go with it too. But yeah, that was the one thing I was just like, I didn't love the nighttime show. I get it. It's only 50% there. And I know they're still trying to get the fireworks put out, but I do know Epic Universe is holding back.
Are they
They
allowed to have
didn't,
fireworks?
yes,
Okay.
because they have, and where they have it is behind Helios is a giant lake. And in the middle of the lake is where they launch it. So they launch it behind Helios and they have the property. And the issue with the other Universal parks is they can't launch certain fireworks because they're so close to apartments
Yeah.
that it's a noise complaint issue. So they're not allowed, like Mordors and stuff, they can't launch. But like the sparkler ones, they could do. At Epic Universe, they're surrounded by highways and a waste plant. So there's no homes or anything within like it's like a 4 mile radius for fireworks. So they have full control of it. And everyone's like, why are you not doing it? Another thing that they haven't put out yet is the How to Train Your Dragon drones. They have drones that look like dragons that are supposed to be
That's
flying
sick.
over Isle of Berk, and they're not out yet. And they have been tested, and there is video proof of them. You could literally see there is like 7 of them, and they just still are like, no, they're not ready. So to me, I think it's a little smart to pull back on a few strings. Don't show your entire hand. Maybe in 6 months in, let's drop something, even if it's tiny,
It's a win.
to just keep, it's a win because you have it ready. Like, okay, like it's not gonna like break, but it's gonna add a little more immersion, or they get to add something. So I think that's something that I did feel like Epic Universe pulled back on. Like I know right now they're building a banquet hall at Epic Universe next to Nintendo Land for company events. That's about to get started building. So like that's something I also think they need. But
Hmm.
yeah, I think it's a really great park. I love it. It's not my favorite out of the 3. It's pretty neck and neck with Islands of Adventure. I just love Islands of Adventure for the nostalgia. I also think I love Hogsmeade and Diagon Alley more because it's a more popular movie franchise. Like the core Harry Potter versus Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah.
So, but I love it. You know, it's all 3 parks are really great. And I also will say this, I didn't say this about Universal. It does have the parades and it has the festivals like Halloween Horror Nights, and they have Mardi Gras. They do a summer mega movie parade and a summer mega party. I also think that if you had to compare annual pass benefits next to Disney, I think Universal washes them.
Mm.
Like there's nights where 4 nights out of the year, Universal will close their parks down at 7 and keep them till 1 a.m. and only pass holders are allowed in.
Mm.
So then it's like really nice. Like there's no VIP and no express, but everything is cut down because it's reservation. So like, and they hand out free food and you get free merchandise. So like that's really cool. And I don't know, they just do some really cool stuff. And I do love that Universal does character meet and greets pass holders only. So like, and Halloween, they had a passholder lounge, and you were able to meet Dracula there, but only pass holders were able to go and meet Dracula. So
Yeah.
like,
There's some exclusive
I
stuff
don't know,
with that.
they definitely do, yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised at how early they closed. Like some of the one night it was 6 PM. That really surprised me because Disney's like a like you get late night stuff with your deluxe room as well as early. They didn't really have that.
Yeah, so I will say this, I do know that a lot of more bigger companies buy out Universal. Like when I went there on Sunday, they had a buyout already at night. So it was like they closed at 6 that night and they were open till 1 AM on Sunday. And like I know that that park gets closed down, and it's like when you're in those events, it's all you can eat, and
Wow.
it's so limited. I've actually gone to a few of them with the company. It's amazing. It's literally they will have buffet styles in every restaurant. You will have
Jeez.
they'll have butterbeer tables.
Jeez.
And another great way to do it is called the Orlando Informer. If you ever have the opportunity, like if you were going to Disney for 4 days and you wanted 1 day at Universal and there's an Orlando Informer day, do the Orlando Informer. It's 7 hours long. The only thing you have to pay for once you get in is alcohol. All the food is included. There are limited wait times. The park is put at 30% capacity. Both parks, Islands Adventure and Universal, 30% combined.
How do you get into that?
So you can just Google them and type Orlando Informer online. They actually will have dates posted, and every 3 months they'll post a new one, and it might be a weekend. So it might be like March, like it'll be right before spring break. They get like the slowest times of the year. Universal gives them really great deals, and they get to do these great private events. And Orlando Former meetups and stuff, that's what they're called. So, and sometimes they have exclusive merch and they get exclusive
Wow.
items. And I tell people it's a really cool way to go, because it's $180, but it basically comes with an express pass. All your food is free, and it gets you into both parks. And it's only for 7 hours, but the parks combined are at 30% capacity.
Yeah, you can get through
Like
everything.
you can literally do everything.
That sounds amazing. The food alone is worth
Yeah.
$180 because the food's just the theme park expensive.
Yes. And
Yeah.
it's the only thing you buy is alcohol.
That's
And
sweet too.
they have different booths set up. They'll have like tables, like literally if you go, they will have like tables set up in the middle of Hogsmeade, like where the butterbeer stand is, with just a bar. Someone just out there, because it's not like a public event, it's a
Right.
private event, so they do private things.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really cool.
That's really exciting. Well, thank you for all this insider info, Cole. I didn't. I knew you
Of
were an expert, but
course.
I don't think I knew all of the sweet stuff you had. So yes, I did enjoy myself. Epcot is still my favorite park of all of the parks I've ever been to. I don't know, it's just something about that
Epcot's
one.
so amazing. I went
It's
2 weeks ago. I get it.
it's yeah, I get it exactly. It's so good. Anything else from Universal or the old parks that you think people should know that may be planning?
Yes, everyone, please tell them to get rid of Fast and Furious Supercharged. That ride is a POS. If you go on Google, I believe it has less than a 1 star.
Ooh,
Like it's literally, it's like I think it's a point 0.8. It's like that rated that bad. Like it's so bad. So when you leave Universal and that person's standing there with their little iPad and they say, "Would you like to do a survey?" and they're going to ask you 3 questions, you tell them that that ride is a waste of space and they should get rid of it. Because that's what I would tell everyone. I am super excited about the expansions coming before 2030. We'll have a brand new roller coaster 2027. It's either going to be Ghostbusters or
ooh,
Fast and Furious. I really hope
boom.
it's Ghostbusters though. That's what I'm really hoping for. I really, really, really want to ride in the Ecto, whatever it's called.
Yep.
Like if that's the roller coaster car and I'm literally sitting in it, and imagine like the Ghostbusters theme song, like doo doo doo. Like give it to me right now. Like, oh,
That would be sick. That would be sick.
and
Even a
then we
Back
do
to the
have
Future ride,
demo.
like they need to bring one back.
So this is the perfect, in my perfect world, Fast and Furious gets taken out and they put a Back to the Future ride right there where Fast and Furious is. They make Hill Valley right there. They upgrade that area, bring it to life. I could see it. I could taste it. That's what I want. But yeah, I'm also super excited. Lost Continent gets demolished in about 2 months. So that whole area will be gone. Well, Wicked, Pokemon, Legend of Zelda, we don't know. And then we also have a mysterious building coming to Universal Epic Universe that we believe is a new Harry Potter ride, which is insane. If I could tell you one last thing
Yeah.
before you cut me off, is they have to build a Harry Potter ride every 5 years until they have 15 rides, I believe.
Wow.
That is the contract with J.K. Rowling. So Epic Universe set up in 2025 with the Battle of Ministry, and they hit that mark. Technically, they don't have to build another Harry Potter ride till 2030. So I don't know if this ride opens before 2030. Does it like count for like that spot because like it's not at the 5-year mark yet. So
I'm sure it's honor
curious.
before.
Yeah, but who knows what it'll be next? You can
Yeah,
only imagine.
exciting. No, they did a really good job. It's way more immersive. The food's way better. They definitely tried to step up to the Disney bar. I do think Disney, I'm with you, like we said at the beginning, still holds the bar for a lot of
Yeah,
the
and
things
I
we look
do
for.
and I also think the Epic Universe is like gonna pull up Universal and Islands Adventure, if that makes sense.
Agreed.
Definitely Universal. That park needs the most love. But with a new roller coaster, and if they put Pokemon in, I think that park would really turn up. Like it would really
Yep.
give it that level because it's just relying on Diagon Alley. And I love Harry Potter, but you can only hold on to Diagon Alley for so long. And the other thing that annoys me with Diagon Alley is that 1 in every 50 people miss Diagon Alley because they walk right by it.
Yep. You can't
You
even
have
tell it's
no
there.
idea. If you didn't tell you that you have to walk through this way to walk back there, you would skip it.
Agreed. Totally agree. There's
And then you walk
nothing
back there and you're like, what the heck is this?
there's
You're like,
no
this was just back here.
there's no sign you get lost and you end up in Dhaka. Kind of like Harry. Well, Cole, I
Exactly.
think we've
And
covered it all. So this may be my
yes.
longest episode ever. Thank you for that. Thank you for taking on all the
Well,
time. I actually have
I
to
like
still
doing things
process.
long.
I'm going to process this tonight to get it out for tomorrow because I moved my other episode. So yeah, I was at Universal last week and you were just there on Sunday. So yesterday. So yeah, we got hot takes. We got everything. Once again, thank you for coming on. Do you have anything you want to close with?
If you have any questions, just follow me on Cole Ventures. Hit me up. I will answer any theme park questions for you. And, if anyone thinks they know anything that I don't know, let me know because I love theme park facts. Like that's like telling me a theme park fact I don't know. I'm like, dude, I can remember cannot remember a recipe, but a theme park fact I can hold on to. Like that's never leaving.
Well, you dropped a ton of them. So thank you for that. And we will catch everyone on the next one.